Apologies, had a bit of an interruption there. So what I'm going to do is we really need to go through all these, right, and create new ones. So main part ADM, because we don't want to start messing up other ones. So main part ADM. So you really want to go and do the same thing for all of these, right? So I'm not going to do it right now. I'll go back and do it later because it'll just make this video really long. So I've created this new one for a beam assembly, so that's fine. GA3D, let's have a look here. 3D view selected and pick box assembly label. That one's pretty good. We'll copy that one. And let's delete that out. And we'll go here and do our ADM at the end, okay. And then we want to go back into that one. We'll go to this first level and we want to recreate that. 2011. That seems a little old. Doesn't matter because we'll update it and then it'll be new. And object presentation again. Let's do the same again. So whichever ones of these you want, right? So I'm just picking some ones now that I think I might use, and later I'll have to clarify these. So now let's come down. So that's 3D view. So we want to do it. Let's pick an elevation, all assembly label pick box, elevation assembly labeled, cladding. So let's just pick this one, copy, same thing. And then we'll have to address our label sizes and all that. Like there's still a lot to do, to be fair. But basically, you're setting up your system from the start, but you're just doing it in metric. So same again here. So I won't go much further than this because it's probably getting a little monotonous for you. ADM, and then let's go down to the next level, object presentation, and create new object presentation. So now when I come back into all these ones I've just created, I can work away and don't have to worry about changing any other drawing styles. So elevation, now we've got a plan and floor plan. See, it's funny, it's interesting watching these because we're looking at these because they're totally different. Hot rolled, I guess, all. And then we want to copy that one. So I don't know if there's a better way to do this where I can just use, I guess I should really set it up where I can use my drawing styles. Yeah, it probably makes sense for me to just create new prototypes that are in millimeters and create a new, and not switch my whole system over, right? So I'm switching all my system over here. Whereas really I can just do metric by opening a metric prototype. But then my settings are not going to be right inside my management tools. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting though. So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing, to be honest, just so don't take this as gospel, but it might help you if you're trying to do the same thing or if you're trying to do the opposite way around. Sorry, I deleted some of the name I didn't want to, so I just cancelled out that. Okay, and then go to the next level, object presentation, floor plan, HR. I'm not sure what HR is, but we'll create our new one. Okay, so we're good. So, okay, we'll leave it at that for now, but what we can do now is go to our assemblies, and if you turn all of these off, or sorry, if you go into the advanced ones and turn all the advanced ones off, then they won't be available over here. So let's just try it with standard Greatech use styles assembly. So there's two different ones here for standard and Greatech UK. So if I go to assemblies user, I have one of my own. So if you want to turn off the other ones, you can. But right now you might need some of these. You can see my own one is not turned on. So I turn it on at least. And 3D view. Go to the top and you can see my own one is not turned on, so turn it on. Elevation. Same thing, it is on. Because the one I copied it from was on, I guess. That's usually how it works. And this one is on. So we should be able to find those when we go in. Now, if we create a new drawing style category, we can call that ADM. And now if we go to the assembly one, let's see. So we can drag that one in there, beam front. So you can leave it up here or you can drag it down here. Let's go to the 3D style. So I'm just kind of playing around here because I'm not sure if I want these in my own folder. Really, to be honest, I like to keep them where they were in the proper category. But let's see how this works. Alright, so those are the four I did, right? And apply, okay. Now drawing styles, if I go to, we don't have it, see? So what we'll do is close that. Drawing process. Let's go into the drawing process, okay. So this is going to be a long video. Some people find them useful. Most people probably don't find them useful. So let's have a look here. Drawing process. Cameras is one I want, right? So I'm going to go to this one and I'm going to copy it. Cameras, ADM. Next. Okay, so that's a copy of that. And we have cameras, assemblies. So we can also do the same here, can we? Can we create a new category? If we go here, new category. Copy of superseded. So let's just call ADM. So ADM is there, and then the cameras one that I just created is here. So let's drag this down a little bit. It didn't let me copy it, right? Because, oh, I copied it to the wrong place. So let's go up again. Doesn't want to copy it in there, right? So let's pick on this. And let's see in here. It should show you what category this is in. Assemblies. ADM, there's nothing. I'm trying to remember. In here there's somewhere for the category. Yeah, here. ADM. Okay, so change the category that way. So let's see if that works. Copy of camera selected. So let's go back in and see. So it's still not in there. It's not showing me it in there. It's showing me it here. Alright, so let's see if we copy this one. Properties. Category assemblies, category ADM. Alright, so now it's gone up there into that other one, alright? And now we have all these ones here we'll need to do, right? We'll need to do assemblies on A2 probably. I don't do multi, so probably single. So we're going to want to do those ones. So we can do, let's do one of them. So let's do A2, single, BOM, this one. And let's, cancel out that, do not deep copy. Copy BOM dash ADM and start with that one. Okay, and then properties, and then we'll put that up into that other one again. Okay, so as you can see, we're kind of getting somewhere. We're adding our drawing styles. That's for assembly, and then we want to do a single part. So parts, all parts. Yeah, so I didn't actually want this assemblies one. I actually want one of these selected assemblies, right? So I want one of these selected assemblies, A2 single BOM, this one, copy. So basically you're setting up your system, right? So I'll probably do, this is going to be long, there's probably going to be another part, because this is basically setting up your system, kind of. So A2, so let's drag this over so we can see, and then we want to do properties, and then we want to do ADM. Okay, all right, so we can see we're putting them up here. Let's go to ADM. We want to select them so that they are visible. So let's just leave it at that for now. Apply, close. There's one other thing I wanted to do was AST2 assembly GA. GAA2, and we're going to save as GAA2 ADM. I feel like I should be doing the A3, right? No, A2 is good, yeah. And block editor. And Control V. Okay, and click on this and do properties. And you can lock the aspect ratio. Now, let's just see if I zoom all the way in. Control V. If I didn't paste this, click on this. Yeah, sometimes this doesn't allow you to lock the aspect ratio if it's not all in the screen, but it seems fine. I've had that problem in the past. So let's move this inside. Move midpoint between 2 points. And midpoint between 2 points. And then don't forget to set the page settings in here. Come down here. Page setup manager. Modify. All this stuff's okay. We want to change this to layout. Okay. Display when creating a new layout. No. So that's good. So we're going to save that. So that's our other prototype. All right. So now when we do a project in millimeters, that should all work, right? So the idea now is, let's close this out. Now, did I make any changes to this prototype? Not really. No, I don't think I did, so let's just close this out. Alright, and then close Advanced Steel out. And go back into Advanced Steel. And we should be able to open those drawn style palettes and the drawn process palette and see the changes we just made. Now, that's kind of how you set it up. I think now it may be easier to just change your units. So change the so keep. I'll have to run a test on it, but stay in my US settings and just use the different prototype and use the different output drawn. But then I'm wondering if my sorry. Then I'm just wondering if my project, or sorry, my management tools are going to affect it, which they probably will. So let's stay in the UK and let's open the prototype we just had open, right, which was the second one. This one, right? So let's open this one and we'll go in and we'll open up our drawn style and drawn process palettes and let's see what changes we have. So we can see my queries have come in correct. I just added the one query. You can add, you know, cameras, whatever you want into the prototype. Just make sure you save it as a DWT in the correct folder, which it will direct you to as soon as you come in here. Go to save as drawing template. So right now, sorry, I'm boring myself. Output, drawn style, drawn process, bill of materials. Alright, so let's go. Now if you want to turn off the original settings, you just have to turn off every one of those styles. So let's come in here and change these to user. We didn't change the template, right? I mean, just they're easy enough to change. So let's come in here and see we do have an ADM group, and here are the three we created. So you're going to have no image. Actually, I do have an image. Sorry, the image is connected to the previous drawn style because it copied that over. So here, I guess you would want to put in an image here. So you're going to have to, there's videos for that. I'm not going to get into that because that's not really a big deal. So there I am set up to do a project. So let's just see if I come in and output objects. Let's put in a beam here, and we're going to put in the beam is going to be 5,000, so 5 meters long, and that's that god awful orange brown color. So we would want to change that. The beams are in brown. That's dreadful. So I'm going to change that. So you want to change that inside your prototype, not right here. So let's say we have a brown beam. Oh, sorry. And we want to number it. I'm not going to do anything with it. So if I now do, did I leave myself any opportunity here for this? Drawing style, ADM, 3D view, beam, front, bottom. No main part selected. So that's in my settings in my management tools. So what I'll do is what I want to do is I want to add something to this, right? So let's just put play it and top it, we'll see. Actually, we can just use these easy plates here, right? right, width, okay, create weld, okay, and let's see what type of weld that is. Fillet weld 6mm, fillet weld 6. So we'll do none on that side, and we'll do fillet weld continuous here. And then we'll just go in here and check to see if they're connected in the shop, and they are. And let's connect both of them, and the number again, okay. And then select the beam. Now it should be a main part beam from top. Yeah, so it gets confusing when you put them all in your own because you're not sure what's what, so it's probably no main part selected. That is the main part. So unless this has decided to be the main part, F1000. Okay, it's my numbering method, sorry. So let's go back in and select all these and go to numbering, and single part prefix, none. So there's no prefix, so we want to put in this as a beam. Now previously it would have put that in as a B because it was a beam, but it's not here for some reason. And that's a plate. Okay, so let's try again. B1. Okay, let's see what happens when we do this. See, it's unclear if this is an assembly or a single part because it's not in a right group. So you can see it's put it on a sheet here. So I should probably use this one. So what we'll do is let's go back in. Now I have not saved this as anything, so I'm not going to be able to find these later. They're in like a temporary folder. So let's not save that, and let's go to output. Delete. Okay. So I was using the drawing style instead of a drawing process. So what I want to do is use this drawing process. Now that I've deleted that, it should create another one. Show assembly detail. And here's our assembly detail. Now, it did not put it on my correct sheet. It also did not put in my clipping. So what we want to do is let's delete this and let's go and edit it. So let's close this. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go into the management tools because I don't want to keep deleting these defaults, and I'm going to go to drawing general and allow duplicate. No, it is allowing duplicate anyway, so you really need to turn that off. Some of these other ones I'm going to have to change around. Behavior for standalone parts, it's allowing me to create both. I don't want both for plates. I'll change that later. A lot of settings in here we'll have to go through. So let me close that out. It's going to allow me to do duplicate drawings. So what I want to do is go in and change this assembly one. So output, drawing process, assembly A2 is the one I want to change. Now that's actually not the one I'm going to use, but let me change it anyway because I'll probably delete it later. So ADM, assembly A2. Now when I renamed this file, let me just double check. Prototype. So I did this one here, right? Rename, copy, okay, and then cancel, cancel, and then go back into the drawing process. Sorry, there's a fly here in IME. And then you want to come in here, UK assembly A2. Oh yeah, let's go into the assembly sheet. Sorry, I should have done the assembly sheet there. So we want to do the assembly sheet. So let's come in here. Sorry. Let's come in here, do the same thing I just did, only get the assembly drawn. This one here, rename, and copy, cancel, cancel. And then come back in here and go in here and change this. All right, apply. So now that has been applied. Okay, apply. Okay. So now let's go and select this again. And let's go to the second assembly it's created for the same one. And it's on my own sheet. But we still don't have any clipping. Right, so if we want to put the clipping in this, let's go back again and we have to check that drawing process. Let's see what drawing style it's using. So if we come down here, let's see here what it's using. So let's come in. Let's double click on that. Let's see. General Assembly, New View. That's the drawing style. General Assembly, New View. General Assembly, New View, 1:10. So we're going to the drawing process. General Assembly. This one here, I think. So what we're going to do is copy that. And we'll do a dash ADM again. And what we got to do is set a clipping in here, but we also have to recreate these again, right? So it's a whole process again. So I have created a new one here, but what I'm going to do is, because I don't want this one to be behaving the way it is anyway, I'm going to go in and switch it. So if we go to clipping properties, clipping type, normal clipping. So you can see it's modifying another drawing. That's the reason why you changed that. But I don't really care. Normal clipping is in there. Normal clipping, okay. Normal clipping. So really you want to use your own one. But what I'm going to do now is I'll just go back into that drawing process and use, and let's see if that'll update that with the clipping lines. It didn't, it just didn't clip anything. So let's just see if we go back in here and create a new drawing, if it'll work. So there it is coming in with those clipping lines, which I don't like, but these seem to be the more commonly used ones in Europe. So I'll use that one. So there's your clipping line, but really what you want to do is you want to go in and change that drawing style. So what I'll do is, let's assume we've changed all these. Now these are the same as these ones I just changed. So these are now changed in here. If I go in here, go to clipping, you can see it has changed. That's fine because I want to have the clipping line there anyway, no matter what. But you really need to come in and create all these new ones here. So you want to come in here and copy, and then also copy the level below. And so that's good. And then what you want to do is you want to get back into the drawing process. And this is your drawing process. And what you want to do is you want to come in here and you want to go down, and you can see General Assembly. That's interesting because this is the one it's using. But I don't know why it says NES view. I thought it said new view. Alright, so I've now changed that. Apply, okay. So this is the last one we just created. We can see it's on that old drawing style, right? So the one that was already there, okay. Now if we go back into the drawing and select this again and create another assembly drawing, and then if we open that assembly drawing, we can see that it looks the same. If I double click on this outer box, it should be my one, and it is. So it's now used this other drawing style. So now you can go in and create this other drawing style comfortably and know it's your own one. And then you can continue like that. So you need to do that with them all, but basically then you're set up going forward that you can just go in the English style and create these type of drawings, change all these. There's a million things to change, but I guess I've kind of got the ball rolling. What I'll do is I'll leave it at that. I'm going to change some management tools, and I guess this first video is going to be in 2 parts, and I'll do a third part just for the management tools that I'm going to change. So I think that's useful. Give me some feedback. If I know these are long-winded videos, but I feel like some of the ones I learned from best were long 3-4 hour videos I found on YouTube. So if these are helpful, let me know. Alright, thank you for watching.